Oh my goodness. I just got mayonnaise all over my hand. Hello, everybody. Got it on my cheek. I got it on my chin. Excuse me, that was awful. Chewing with my mouth open. I'm not used to being watched while I eat. So, check this shit out. Listen. I do this. I can't believe I dabbed my sandwich all over my face. Now I feel sticky and peculiar. And there's my hand. Did I have my hand over it? There's the church. And there's Mr. John Miller. I don't know if you can see. I can't tell what I'm aiming at. There's a sign over there that says Crossroads Community Church. And I'm fixing to get out here in a minute. Give me a napkin. I'm fixing to get out in a minute and walk around and show it to you as I check it out myself. My hand is shaking because I need something to eat. That's why it's like, I've got to figure out a way to prop my phone up. I need one of those commando.
My thing is missing.
Commando fingers. I've got 2 viewers. Hi, viewers. Are you one of them?
I am.
Sometimes he'll sit right. He's doing it right now. He's sitting right next to me.
Do it in the chat.
Thank you. So whoever. Oh, we're just down to you again. Oh.
Excuse me.
Well. Whoever comes in, I can't see. I'm nearly blind. Cataracts and shit. But Mr. John Miller will be happy to pass your messages along to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was up really late the other night doing one of these. And my friend, my longtime friend, Danielle, almost said her last name, Pikes. She came in the chat. It was like 3 in the morning. I'm trying to balance you on a Kleenex box. The sound must be awful. You're not quite in the shot, but bear with me. Oh no! Oh no!
You don't need to put me in a shot, do you?
Good enough. We're just. What was I even talking about? Who the hell knows? Low power. Why wasn't it charging? Why wasn't it charging? I had it plugged in. I'm gonna plug my phone in, guys. Hang loose.
Did John scare away the woman who came to your step in the middle of the night? Did John scare
Oh,
away
now I'm
the
hearing
woman
us
who
over
came to your
this.
step in the middle of the
That's
night?
peculiar. It's gonna make me dizzy. Let's smoke more weed. This will be fun. Oh.
What?
Oh well. Thought it'd be trippy if we just kept talking and having it just repeat and repeat.
What? We can do that.
Just repeat and repeat. I'm eating a turkey, bacon, and what sandwich?
Ranch.
Ranch. Not like a huge ranch eater, but there's something about the combination. This is wacky.
But there's something about the
combination of turkey
there's something about
and
the something
ranch
about the
and
combination
cheese
of
and bacon
turkey.
that just makes it.
Combination.
Sorry. Failed experiment. Can you do anything about that? Just turn it down?
Turn it off.
Will it still charge?
Yeah, because of radio.
Sorry.
I went and spent a little bit of money and bought a, since this is an older car and it has just a regular radio in it with a cassette player, we had this cassette that we would plug into, one of the adapters.
That old school 90s. You get them in the 90s. They still sell them. Yeah.
Because the car's from the 90s. So yeah, makes sense. But anyways, what it is it a Bluetooth receiver and then it broadcasts on FM. My stepdad had one time and I thought it was pretty neat. We can charge it and everything and now we can listen to our music and it's clear digital signal and I can rock the freaking car out and not worry about the speakers rattling.
This is my punk rocker. I finally got a punk rocker. Christ. I've only once had a relationship with somebody that was into country music. No shame to anybody out there that listens to it. I like some country music, certain styles.
Mm-hmm.
But he was making me listen to like some Rascal Flats and stuff an awful lot. Didn't care that I didn't care for country. I was forced to listen to a lot of Rascal Flats.
Rascal Flats is the
It's just pop country.
yeah.
And there
Pop
was some
country.
obnoxious stuff too, but everybody else has kind of just been like, oh, whatever, top 40.
Abby likes Earl.
Earl?
Yeah.
Earl.
This is Dixie Chicks.
Oh, the Dixie Chicks song. We've
Yeah.
listened to that in the car many, many times. Earl, what is it? Earl had to die.
Earl has to die.
An abusive man. Abusive husband. What did I do with all the napkins?
Yeah, but we're not going to talk about that stuff because we've had enough of that conversation.
We have.
For
We've been talking about.
So.
We've been talking about really dark stuff today. I think it's been. Thank you. I think it's been cathartic in a way, but also it sends the mind down some negative paths. And we just drove past. Oh, somebody's saying something. We just drove past a little dairy farm kind of place. I want to show y'all. Can I switch this?
Says, oh, country music is all about my dog died, my wife left me.
Now listen, I'm a rockabilly fan. I like country music like J.D. McPherson and Pokey Lafarge that are kind of country, but go more towards rockabilly or I don't know. How would you even describe Pokey Lafarge?
Pokey Lafarge he's riverboat.
Riverboat, yeah. So you never know what I'm going to get into and listen to.
I found him.
And some top 10 country music, if it kind of rocks, or if it's got a country swing sound to it, I'll get into it too. I'm just not somebody that can do a steady diet of it.
Mark Thomas.
Punk rocker. We are eating Arby's tonight. We are eating Arby's. We were both on the couch just napping, and I was kind of crying off and on, and it had become very gloomy and dark, and the energy was terrible in our home. So while he was taking a brief little snooze, fell asleep sitting up like this on the couch, I was like, okay, gotta make a plan. A little later, when it gets cooler, sun starts to go down, we will go get sandwiches. And you see I got my turkey whatever, and my turkey lettuce, tomato, cheese, ranch, bacon, facial scrub, and mask. And this is so pretty. I want to show y'all this. I gotta stop prattling and just don't want to scooch my fupa will scooch my sandwich onto the floor. Okay, I gotta do it with my knuckle because my fingernails. There we go. This is what I'm looking at. Y'all, I'm out in the wilds of Arkansas. We're at this little church. We brought our sandwiches. We are so far out of the armpit of Fayetteville, Arkansas. We live in just one of the grossest areas.
Oh.
It doesn't look terrible. Drive through it, you wouldn't know, but the folks that live there sometimes make it gross. But we also have terrific neighbors too.
Yeah. Life is what life is.
And one of the people I call, which is probably rude of me, and I need to come up with something else. The strays, I've been calling them, the people that just kind of show up and with their bags and wander down the alley and go back to wherever they're going. One of them came after our friend last night, who's the apartment. What would you call him?
He's apartment
Caretaker,
he's a
property manager?
Yeah,
No.
basically, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
He does all the
maintenance
handiwork
manager.
and stuff. Yeah, I came after him last night because our friend found him trying to camp out like behind the building or do something.
No,
shifty.
there was some other stuff going down, and I don't really want to talk about it because I don't know if there's any legal implications yet or not.
Oh,
So,
really?
Well, he was going to have him arrested for trespassing. He said he didn't tell the police he threatened him, but I heard what the guy was
Was
yelling
he
at
shooting
him.
up or something?
I don't know. For some reason, him and this chick were back over there,
Oh.
and he had they were cut through. That chick had been over at the other apartment buildings throwing breakers for some reason.
Oh, for shit's sake. She might be the one that shows up knocking at my door.
I don't know. She best not be.
Our door. But when I'm the only one up and I'm nearest to it, it's my door. Right?
Right.
Let's choose my words carefully.
Yeah.
So,
She needs to be careful when she wakes me up again in the middle of the night. She's out there being stupid. She's gonna regret it.
Yeah.
I don't wake up well. Like if I'm sleeping really hard and somebody come and wakes me up out of a dead sleep, somebody better be fucking dying, because they will be.
Yeah. Yeah. He hits people, but not me. He's never, ever, ever hit me in his sleep or been. He gets really snarky and rude, and he becomes a total cunt sometimes.
Yeah, but I don't remember any of it.
I know, and I feel like I'm dealing with a different person, so that's how I treat you. I'll just be like, "Don't you talk to me that way. You get your ass back in that bed and go to sleep." Go back. So I'm not afraid of the still asleep but talking person. I think he's very rude and hateful and snarky. I'm going to save my other half of my sandwich.
Me too.
Because it's
I had
so
a
good.
euro, by the way.
He had a
Not that
euro.
anybody cares.
I
but-
forgot. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Here, you want to put yours back in the bag? I've got bread crusts in there, but that's it. I'm a child when it comes to really, like, hearty crust.
Oh, let it go.
So we were talking about bad people.
Mm-hmm.
And about how a lot of times they don't get their punishment in life that they seriously deserve. Lean my head out the window so I can poke a tissue up my nose for a second. Oh my gosh, that
You don't have to
sunset's so
tell
pretty.
them nobody. You just say,
Hey, my entire career on YouTube, I've been ducking my head down and out of screen to blow my nose. It's like, it's a thing with me. So we were talking about bad people and how they don't get what they deserve, and it would be really nice if there was a way to go ahead and punish them after their death. So, being that I have kind of roots in hoodoo, so to speak, it's also called root work, I'm looking for something to do. I think there's a way to nail something into his grave that and say certain things and leave certain things that will nail him to his grave. And I'm going to, this is so, y'all are gonna laugh at me. Some of you understand, the rest of you think I'm just so funny. But I want to go in there and announce to the other people that are buried in the same graveyard with him what kind of person he was. And if any of them still do hang out there, I want them to shun him. At the very least.
his whole family's buried there.
Gosh, you know, I don't have much battery on this. I don't know if I can get up and wander around. It's such a short cord. I really wish I had brought my other one. Let me switch
They
my...
were asking if it was hot. Somebody asked if it was hot in Arkansas, and it usually is.
Usually
Today,
it's horrible.
Not been as hot because
I don't think they can hear you real well. I'm sorry. I got up. So we came down that road. There's the sign. So we were just driving, just trying to find some place in the country that was peaceful to have our sandwiches and get some fresh air and try to break out of our depression and our extremely dark mood. So we did. And we saw a sign that said Crossroads. And if any of you know anything about hoodoo, the crossroads are very, very important. You dispose of the stuff you used in your spell work, like candles or herbs or whatever. You take it to the crossroads to deposit it. And when you have a spell in a jar or whatever, you take it and leave it at the crossroads. Sometimes you go to the crossroads to talk to the crossroads devil. A lot of you may have heard of blues legend Robert, what was his name? Oh, I know. Robert Johnson, thank you. Robert Johnson, and he went to the crossroads. He was very untalented. This was in the, I think, 30s. Very untalented musician, and he...
They just said he sold his soul to the devil because he was black and he's so good.
Well, if you'd shush and let me tell the story. So he disappeared from town. He just one day just disappeared, took his little ugly, untalented ass and left town. And he showed back up a very short time later, a matter of months later. And suddenly, he was an awesome musician. He could play. What?
Shaking up.
I know I am. I'm sorry. My body's still shaking because I needed something to eat. So, he told that he had gone to the Crossroads, and it's literally where two roads cross. You go to the middle at midnight, and he called upon the Crossroads devil, which is not the same as Satan and Christian devil exactly. It's a different thing. And the devil showed up and made a deal with him. He sold his soul to be able to be talented and play the guitar. And the Crossroads devil made that deal. He took it, and Robert became tremendously popular. He was a black man, but even the white people got to know who he was. He was so talented. You can go on YouTube now and listen to him. And they say that there's no way in that little short period of time that he could have gained that kind of skill, even if he was being trained by an expert. Oh, well. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's
Charge.
quiet, so charge.
And shut my door, but my window is down.
And you're not sharing.
I'm trying to share. I just had it around my neck and kind of forgot. Ugh. Yeah. So, saw the Crossroads sign. I said, is that a town? Or do they just, is there a crossroad there? Is it a grocery store? What is it? Because I'd never heard of it. And we're pretty far out of town, I guess. We drove for about maybe 45 minutes. And so we followed the sign, followed the road, and there was a sign where he came to a screeching halt, and I took a picture of it, and a couple of houses, and this church. And
That appears to be abandoned.
I think I need to get some dirt from it. That's what a hoodoo worker does, because I
Well,
think
that's what I was thinking.
I think we were spirit led to this church, and I want to go kind of peek in it too. There's hardly any traffic. I don't think anybody will stop and question me. So
I don't think there's any windows.
yeah, there is. They're probably like colored over. Can you drive up there? What's that? Is that a snake or a hose?
The hose.
And we're off.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh,
Here,
interesting.
let me flip you so you can see what
You
we're
won't be
doing.
able to see anything inside.
No, we just kind of drove up to it. It's got a back porch. Make a nice house.
Yeah, it looks like a house.
I've always thought it would be cool to get an old church and live in it, especially if it has stained glass. But wouldn't that be nice to live near this little pond and way out in the sticks?
Yeah, but they probably, it's still considered a community church, so
Oh.
maybe they do like a Saturday morning service or something. I don't know.
I know that
There's a
they're...
sign here. You want me to,
Where?
over, can you see it?
I see a burglar alert sign. Oh, yeah, one. Yeah, already. And there's some little outbuilding. Wonder what that is. Oh,
That
There.
thing needs a little storage, I reckon.
you got a tiny church. Oh, I could totally make this into a wonderful house. Give my mom her own little area, you know, with access to the garden.
You would think that there would
Oh,
be
they have
more
play
to it.
equipment.
There's a little porch thing.
It's a little
back there,
porch. Yeah, it's totally cute.
which is-
Maybe we need to look at properties instead of houses and find us an old church or an old grocery store. I've always thought that was cool too. I saw in a magazine, probably back in the 80s, somebody had taken an old grocery store in this cool old part of a little city and
gentrified.
put up some walls and put in some kitchens and bathrooms, and it was so cool. A big open space. All right, well, I guess we're leaving. I don't have, sorry, everybody knows what my hand looks like. We are leaving. Oh, that's so rutted. So I guess I'm going to let you go. And we're actually starting to lose our sun. You can't tell from looking at me, but we are losing our light. So say goodbye to the little church of the Crossroads. Thank you for blessing us. I still need to get a rock or some dirt or something. Might need to drive me back up there if you would. So, adios, everyone.
Hi.